That's good enough. That's a new one. I don't understand it. Do you?
It's not really, not in this context.
Is it a UK thing?
It is, but
yeah, guys are weird.
Makes no sense. But everyone.
I've always wondered like who's the most annoying green room couple. I used to think like Duncan and Richard. And yesterday I told you straight up, you and Richard together are just all UK banter. I have no idea what you're talking about.
I enjoy myself at least. What do you swear is this quite?
I tune you out. I'd rather just do that. Listen, just like I tuned out the casting by Richard in that commercial with Azure.
Sure.
We can at least turn our attention to something more fun. We've got EnVyUs versus Renegades, both teams capable of wins yesterday, and I think a lot of people around the world would have actually notched them in for it against the respective opponent yesterday. EnVyUs played Cloud9, and I actually pegged Renegades to win against Vega in the morning, and both got, I won't say upset in the Cloud9 incident, but the Vega one perhaps was.
Especially the way it went down. It felt like Renegades had done enough to get back into it. They were trailing, but they looked like a much better team towards the end. Then they lost 16-14. You could see the look on Kassad's face. If you walk past him in the hallway, he looked absolutely... I was trying to think of the right adjective. Yeah, I wanted to go with that one, but you're braver than me, so you've just gone straight in. I like that about you, man. And it will be a 5-man attack.
Bravery and stupidity all mixed into one.
Naflo, the one smoke that'll be towards Highway, and here we go, the Molotov towards Quad. RPK to defend, and he is one of the stronger players on EnVyUs, but the Molotov doing a lot of damage there, forcing them out of position. Renegades looking like they could be onto something here, but Sixer stepping up with that USP.
Great to see Cash come out in a best of one as well. It's typically a third map, or perhaps a veto player, but the fact that they go aggressively to it and Happy plays near the fence, the French team, I've always been good on this map, and they've started off well.
They're fired up as well. I like that. A bit of passion coming out there. I think I had a bit of a war cry from Happy, one of the quieter players in the game. But there we go. High fives come out. Renegades with the simple approach there. Swing towards Highway and the bomb site itself. Molotoving towards Quad. Flash in, go together, but RPK and Co managing to shut them down. Happy with 3 kills in total. We're going to round number 2 here. Interestingly enough, the bomb didn't go down. They do not fully invest into the run. They dropped a scout. I think they dropped that for Nifty. So he'll keep his money strong. It looks like JKS potentially... Oh no, I beg your pardon. You still dropped the scout for him, and they'll see whether they can get anything going in. Just PT50s. And we'll see if anything comes of this. Nifty boosted up, and the T-spawn truck right now. That's it's been a hot minute since we've seen that. Did I use that correctly?
I was going to ask you, what's a hot minute?
I don't really.
That's always my favorite question.
All the time.
I think it's true. I think that probably came from that island in the south that has all kinds of jargon that no one understands either.
Yeah.
It's kind of like you and Richard with the UK banter. Nifty. The scout trying to spot out toward middle. If you can get damage into anyone at all, it's beneficial. Sixers, not quite one-shot body shot range, but a headshot will do. Happy down pretty much right away.
That was quite nice. I like that from Nifty. He is certainly deadly on Cash. That's where he does most of his best work. Most of his highlights come from this very map. A good flashback to screen. Oh, can't quite find the shot there. Aim a little bit off, and he could touch this one. Flashbangs are good, though. He might be able to recover. That's a little bit awkward, but overall it's looking fine now.
I was going to say, how to scream out of that. If the flash hadn't come in, his backside was showing from that corner. That's like the worst position to be pinched into. Naf still pulls it back. Good nade. RPK. That might save them in some senses because they've split the defense. One on either side, excuse me, both with MP9s, which don't have great range. P250 and Glock aren't much better, but in spades they'll go. And as it's a 1 versus 2, the trade is sufficient for Naf. He'll get the bomb planted, pick up the MP9, and he's now equal aside from armor with RPK, who I should mention as well does not have a kit.
This round has already been incredibly successful for Renegades. Remember, no armor, 1 scout, P250s, that was it. And they still have a chance to win the round. The bomb is down and ticking. RPK coming in from B storage. Remember, he has no kit here now. This could be massive. If Naflight plays this correctly, unfortunately, not going to be the case. RPK manages to juke him, going from B storage, and the full defuse will be absolutely fine here. But still, the bomb goes down. I can guarantee Renegades are buying for this next round now with that sort of cash available. 3 kills for RPK.
Not quite the same cheer that time.
No, a little bit more subdued, wasn't it?
No, that was, yeah.
Oh, yay. You won, but we know we've got AKs coming out against us in the next round. Here they come. Round number 3. RPK will have to maybe drop that MP9 and upgrade himself to an M4, which he does indeed. Screen brings out the M4A1S, one of the few pros still using that full time. Obviously going for the taps, famously. It's fired a little bit faster and more accurately, but you do have a lot less in terms of the magazine. 20 bullets there and only 40 reserve bullets at the same time. as we get into a very interesting round here. 2 MP9s, make it 3 on the EnVyUs side. What's the play here from them? They're going aggressive at the start. They are not. One player by the forklift, one towards highway. And this is looking like it's a Renegades round all day long. They have 4 rifles to work with. And utility, another A split coming in potentially here with 3 players towards the door.
RPK. Just going to hold in behind the forklift, but they're going to walk out from the door, so he's got problems because he's now pinched into the corner. Az is looking for him. Somehow RPK's been evading them. Perfect positioning and no utility thrown in his direction because they didn't have a lot but good shot from Naf. He was off yesterday. That's one player who's been remarkable for them as of late. Who was a bit quiet yesterday, so Naf starting off well at least.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a lovely shot. That should be the round done. As it's now a 5 versus 3. No real ground to even attempt the retake here. They're going back towards CT spawn, and that was always going to be an extremely difficult round there. The fact against pretty much a full eco. The scout there, sure, but just PD50s, no armor, no nades. They managed to come down to a 1 versus 1. They knew the guns were coming out there, unless they found something very early on. I didn't see them having a chance if a screen. With a bit of a shooting gallery in front of him, we know his aim can be very good indeed. Not as amazing as you'd like at this point, but he does set up XMS for a couple of kills there. And at this stage will be JKF with the run and gun galore. 3 in total, all headshots. Nice work by him, completely shuts down the round. Quite expensive there for Renegades, but still a win is a win. 2 will survive. And the high 5s come through in terms of the cash now. We've got about 3k, maybe 2.5k on average for each player on EnVyUs. And they might just take a little partial buy here. Actually, we're going all in. Scream down to 0. Similar story for Happy. Of the other 3 yet to join in.
Renegades, when you think about on paper what they have and sort of the roles defined within them, they're a decent team. I don't think they're ever a top 5 team, but a top 10 team, I think, quite consistently. Especially when they're playing in the NA region, they'll certainly always, I think, be able to qualify for events or be in the mix. As going to start it off by taking down RPK. It's Nafly again that's going to work into mid just now as we don't define a dedication.
He's still
significantly, yeah, he did burn himself. He did get the kill as well, but he burnt himself doing it.
Well, there we go. I think I was in towards the vent, if I'm not mistaken. We'll have to double check that. But he does burn himself and got the frag, so I guess it's absolutely fine. 1 for 1.
I'm checking for you, Henry.
It might have been towards sandbags, then, I guess. That would be my second guess.
I see 2 CT bodies there, and I know Nafly was above. I'm not sure exactly where he was. Maybe he was actually cubby.
Yeah, so I guess you could have Molotov to flush him out, jump down to kill him with the Mac 10, and then get back by his own flames. Just a bit of a mistiming there, but it looks like the round is absolutely fine overall. Nifty challenging towards CD spawn. Gets a body check there, so he'll fall back. Looking very like to be 2-2 now. Renegades bouncing back. Deagles and armor. Might as well save the armor here on the CD side. Their money is okay. They're not going to win the round at this point, but having armor taking it to the next round is actually going to be quite good news to them if they're going to be buying up. Save them $1,000 per player, or $650 on the CD side against the AKs potentially. Happy waiting in that connector right now. That's what Azza in front of him, who does make a little bit of noise there. Happy doesn't need the challenges though. His armor is actually a lot more important to him than finding 1 kill and not picking up the AK in time. It's Ustillo.
I was going to say exactly. Look at Ustillo. I think he's the oldest on the team. I did all these, you know, I looked up pretty much every player in the tournament's birthday today. I was really kind of trying to entertain myself this morning. You weren't doing it for me, Henry? You were sleeping on the couch?
I was. I did check out for about 45 minutes.
You said, yeah, you've moved it up a little bit. You kept saying, all I need is a half-hour nap, and you were gone for like an hour.
Okay.
So at least you've moved to 45 to meet us kind of in the middle on that one.
Oh, I didn't realize the stop clock was running, but now I'll try and get
time stops for no one.
As on the AK-47, good work by him. It is up against an eco set. You remember those 3 sets of armor. Potentially could have done something here, but not meant to be a fast approachable winner. That's my favorite anti-eco on this map. You know, even if the CTs are there, Molotovs towards sandbags or the white box, smoke off towards connector, boost 3 players up very quickly. It's very unlikely to lose the round in that sense. So that's a nice play from Renegades there, focusing towards the highway. 3 kills coming in, so picking up 2 of those. Happy putting us 1 kill here. We know what that Eagle can do, but there it is. Takes out Azza. Quickly traded by Nifty there. So they'll take the lead now, 3-2, and the gun rounds will begin. Ustillo expends a lot of bullets there, but does recover for 2 frags in total. Screen will fall back as Naf finishes things off. Here we go then. Is there an AWP available for Sixer? That's the question. Here's the main AWPer, of course, and he'll be up against Nifty, who doesn't go for the AWP just yet.
So no ops on the board. Sixer's going to like to go with the M4.
Yeah, 6 rounds in and not a single AWP purchase. That's
bizarre.
Let me tell you.
Yeah, well, on cash especially. It's a very op-centric map. So many options, especially CT side, to play it. So we look back at the last round. This one's started off relatively slow, but I can tell you it is a lead off toward AU. Stillo, Azure, and Naf are actually up toward the squeaky door. No one directly inside A main yet. Nifty's still just actually waiting with JKS, but I imagine they'll head that direction. They may go for a boost of one player to take over highway and pressure mid so that rotations aren't freely achieved, but
you can even just leave
it'll
them
split.
Not challenging at all. But here comes the final one. Very fast out the use. That's a great shot, but maybe not enough to win the round here. RPK might work as well. Oh my goodness, Nifty with the one tap. 3 versus 2 now. JKS, remember, he's boosted up and he came from the highway area. He could be the saboteur in all of this, as Nifty will be taken down by the looks of things. JKS trying to do what he can, as he is a fantastic clutcher man. He's won many of these in his career, and this is looking a little bit more difficult though. The bomb's all the way in squeaky door. Good thing for him though, he does have time on his side. 45 seconds now as he decides to pedal back and head towards middle.
Time, but not the bomb.
Exactly.
40 seconds seems like enough to work with, except for when the bomb is all the way towards squeaky. RPK's inside of the A site now. I think that bomb would have been spotted as well because door's still open, so they'll know it's there. JKS, Justin Savage.
Yeah, they know Scream is looking at that area like a hawk, but his aim isn't as crisp as you'd like today. He has had a few whiffs. He does manage to take JKS down to 3 HP, which pretty much secures the round considering the time remaining. RPK in his challenge at this point. He knows he's got a huge upper hand there. JKS have no information as to where RPK was. He's making a ton of noise as to run towards the bomb. He's already got the information he's low HP. Challenge him, he's going to have nades in his hand and win the round, but still it comes down to a 1 versus 1 there. RPK from the forklift, not missing a beat there after Ustillo hit that tremendous shot on his entrance towards the bomb side there. Still a difficult round ahead of EnVyUs here. 3-3, a full buy for Renegades and then some as they get 4 AKs out. And Nifty, the first showing of the AWP. Up against, now bear with me as we break this one down, it'll be a Scout, a FAMAS, a Deagle, an AK-47 and an M4A4. That's the recipe EnVyUs are bringing to round number 7. It's not great, let me tell you, as RPK has the only kit available. They do have utility, that's what they've opted for here. The grenades at the very start, the hold off those fast plays from Renegades here. But I want to see someone getting a squeaky door. I think they need to challenge at the very start here, especially that AK-47. They've got it in the hands of Scream. Aim hasn't been amazing today. Fragging potential hasn't been as strong as it usually is for him. But I feel like this is the round he can step up. Get him into a position where he can get flashed in, find a wall tap.
Oh, that's trippy.
That is nice, isn't it? I saw that yesterday.
Warp speed.
Oh, again. We're being treated.
Feed me up, Scotty.
Anything else?
Let's not go there.
Well, let's see if Scream does maybe listen to old Henry G and go for a pick at the very start. They are waiting 2 players in the connector, so the smoke comes towards that area. They can be boosted up above the smoke, but no smoke deployed just yet. And it's going to be up down to Naflight, who's behind a smoke right now. 6-7 with the Scout. That is not an orb.
He's going to wait. Late smoke toward middle, and then maybe they'll put him up again just to sit on the boxes and watch everything inside of middle, but aggressive toward B.
Just to note, CTs have given up middle entirely. That's fine, middle is not a bomb site, but it is an important area of the map when you've got such little firepower, no AWP, actually a massive lack of rifles in general. They might as well let them have it and play towards the bomb sides themselves. So 2 towards A, 3 at B right now. If they do go for a B split, Renegades that is, they have got 2 players towards checkers ready to defend. That could be happening. Now Fly starts to position himself towards that area. JKS already waiting in the storage of B. And oh my goodness, XMS, that was a brave move, and now he has to use the flashbang. It was a very good one, so he'll be able to get out of dodge, and it has to hit this Deagle shot. He does get the first, and Azure takes him down line.
The fact that he's so close to defense as well may mean that they overlook Happy, but he goes out, and Azure just happens to look back. So Azure gets the kill, and Scream has to rotate to Heaven to watch them cross. He can still catch them when they jump back toward the bomb.
Oh, that timing.
You're right, because as soon as he looks away, that's when they go. Naf hits RPK, making things go from bad to worse for EnVyUs, because bomb is planted, and 2 left, neither with kits.
Exactly, and there is 1 smoke that's just been deployed right now. I don't think they have any grounds to win this one, but they know they're eco next round, so they're going to go for it. Scream, AK-47, if he hits that, they might have a chance. I feel like that's going to be the signal to fall back. I'll look to see if anyone goes aggressive towards CT spawn, and will be Renegades taking the lead once again. Good shot on the Scout, but not enough to get the kill, of course. Sixer yet to have an AWP, and he's the main sniper of the team. Not looking too good here for EnVyUs. Every time they win a round, they're getting shut down. This is the harsh reset once again. AK saved, Scout as well. Will they force? Time will tell. Like that, Matt? They say you're the wordsmith of this duo.
No, I've passed my prime.
Yeah.
Peaked too soon.
This is my major now.
I went all out, no gas left, and the world's in a fuel crisis. As we know, I don't run on electric. You do. You are the future. You are the Elon Musk of casting.
That's what I've been saying for a while, but no one else seems to be...
All hype, no delivery.
Yeah, exactly. To the moon, we go.
To Mars.
Yeah. Well, here we go then. Round number 8, and will they force fire? Have a look. Oh, they went all in. They've got 2 players all in. That's happy on XMS, but they're the players that will be purchasing with the CZ, the armor, XMS with the Deagle. That's the boost I was talking about before. So when you get smoked out, you can boost above the smoke. As soon as you fire a shot like that, though, it is going to be obvious as to what you're doing. He still tries to spam down that totem pole in towards the connector area, but doesn't get the damage off. He actually takes a scout bullet to the face. Sixer does go down eventually. Nice work from that fight. Definitely one of the key players in the Renegade squad. He is fantastic on his day.
He's certainly come into his own. I mean, you go back, part of what was the pre-liquid denial roster had a bit of a showing. Same time sort of that Shazam did during that roster as well. As a secondary opera more than anything, even on the rifle didn't stand out, but kind of was always in the mix. This has been a great roster for sure. He's much better. He's worked toward highway to shut down. CT's rotating. Stilla will take advantage of the damage that he's done and find 2 kills. They've got to be careful still that Happy's behind sandbags actually gets 2 from that position, which is perhaps at least 1 better than he was worth. If at all, RPK lasts alive. He's going to try and tap away with the CZ and effectively will take down Naf. At least costly. He's got an AK picked up and head armor to work with.
That gives away his position, and at this point they know they can cleanly plant on the B-bomb site, nifty the AWP. There's no utility to hold him off, but oh my god, I thought he was going to cleanly spray one towards Checkers there, and it's a bit desperate at that point. Yes, you can see, he will give it a go and see if there's any mistakes made by Renegades. That's pretty much all he has to work with here. That open plant is so brutal to work with here, and until he touches the bomb, then they're not going to challenge, or maybe even if he'll just do a drive-by with the P250. Completely clothesline him.
Yep, that works. I still like the P250.
Yeah, it's coming through. It did get slightly buffed, I think, mid-stages of last year.
Well, I think just the investment is just right.
As in, yeah, $300, where you don't get an HE grenade, but you get a PT50 instead. You actually can challenge close range. If you miss a shot, leg a player, pull out the PT50, much more effective than the Glock.
Actually, yeah, you're right. As a secondary pistol, especially, it's very good. But even in pistol rounds, I don't mind going in forward over sort of 5.7 or R8. Or, sorry, excuse me, the CZ, not the R8. CZ 75.
Freudian slip there.
Maybe I still have it equipped.
Yeah.
Just to trigger you.
Oh, it's going to be a fast. This is what I'm talking about. This anti-eco approach is fantastic. But this is going to be one of the roughest CT halves you can have in CSGO. You haven't had the off once. You keep getting reset every gun round you win, and then when you do win them, it's 1 player surviving. Doesn't get any more brutal than this right now. It's still early days. They can still win the half, of course, but it's just so difficult to get out of this pit.
Okay, this X-ray is the most misleading to me because the CT model is black, and so is the edging of sort of the frame of that doorway. Yeah, I thought he couldn't see him there, but he actually couldn't, but still knew that he was there, and gets him out with Molotov instead. So good clearance of the Z connector. We'll still go back off and work with Naf toward the vents now instead.
Yeah, this should be a clean-cut round. So objective for Renegades, make sure you keep all 5 players alive. EnVyUs, make it as uncomfortable as possible. They can find a couple of kills here. That'll still be frustrating to Renegades here. But XMS gets a dink off, and you still will be happy to be alive there. P250 is a bit of a weird one. Sometimes you can get a 1-bullet headshot at very close range. It's quite rare for that to happen, but here we go. It's going to be Scream now, who pushes in with the Desert Eagle. Like we said, a couple of kills would be at least frustrating for Renegades. Now takes that awkward position, does take 1, but that's all he'll get.
You the guy who's still low as well.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me, it was JKS who was shooting at. I saw the red on you. My mistake. So Still was fine, but either way, nearly did do damage to a second player.
Well, here we go. This is where the game probably really begins. That sounds so bizarre to say, but this is when we'll see EnVyUs with their first full buy. 4 rifles, the AWP coming out, hopefully a defuse kit chucked into the mix as well. It's taken them a while, but now that 3rd stage loss bonus, 6-3 down. It's Sixer still with no utility, not a single defuse kit. You can still see they're struggling. 4 players are up. Helmets, that's not actually a big deal against the AK-47s, but against the pistols it is. Fast play towards middle. I love this from Renegade. He does smoke to start to extinguish the incendiary at the very top of the boost, but RPK starts to come into his own now. Nice Oh, really nice from the M4A4 there. Takes 3 kills down, really calm, doesn't panic there at all, doesn't pull his nades out, keeps the gun out, and manages to completely wreck the offensive play from Renegades.
And Richard said it on the desk, RPK is in career CSGO form. Maybe not the form that he was on at Source, but certainly in this iteration of the game. He leads the way with 12 kills, and when he is on, usually so is the whole team. However, despite leading everyone overall, they're 3 rounds trailing Renegades. They are 1 man to the good this time, though, as Sixer sits behind Quad. Has to worry a little bit about Nifty sneaking in by the forklift. He was looking toward Highway in anticipation. He's got the rotation as well from Happy and XMS, so surprisingly, he's still looking out front because Nifty's going to sneak directly in behind him. Oh, doesn't quite. Sixer's got the shot instead on the AWP. I thought that was the one to open the round. Now sits in the open, nowhere to go, low HP. Sixer's going to close it all together. Nice shot on the op.
Yeah, that was really, really well played by Sixer. Has the awareness the players could be coming in from the highway. Face checks it with the AWP, pulls off what I assume was a no-scope at that sort of range, and is completely shut down. Good pin to play from EnVyUs in general. Was it a no-scope? Of course it was. Takes down Nifty. And finishes things off with a USP on the low HP player of NAF. Good work. Something finally looking positive there for EnVyUs. 3 players surviving, they keep the AWP up, so they can have a nice full buy here. The kits come out, the utilities there, but we've got presence towards B. JKS happy to face check this by the looks of things. The nades will push him back slightly down to 61 HP. That's actually a bit of an all-play there. The boost on the T-truck, we talked about that with the scout before, and that's what it's designed for. Anyone crossing towards highway, you get a bird's eye view of them doing so. It's a very uncommon boost. It's kind of come back into fashion now, it seems. Like, players were like constantly checking out the CD side and not allowing it to be a thing, but now it seems like it's been absent for so long that it's starting to look quite interesting once more. But towards B we go once again. JKS going to walk in and see if he can blow off some heads here.
Watches Heaven to make sure no one's going to peek at the exact time which they want to take the site. NAF will clear out both vents and checker vents because they haven't put any pressure inside of it. They didn't elect to throw the Molotov from toward the A main position that usually clears it. Flash actually makes contact inside a checker. JKS still makes his way, and you still undetected. Another kill, much like last time with Sixer behind Quad, that looked like it was sure to go their way and goes against them. RPK gets it's now Nifty responsible for the B site because Happy on his own needs to stay alive. He needs to be efficient because that would have given RPK a chance on the flank.
We saw it on the right hand side of our screen. As they're watching for the flank step, boosted up, stop the players rotating in from A, and now it's down to just RPK. 2 versus 1, can't nail the shot. Nifty, the AWP player for Renegades, finishes things off there, and there it is. EnVyUs once again winning 1 round and being reset once again. Matthew, sure, we said it was good, they kept the AWP up and 3 players in total in the previous round, but still on the CT side this is a really difficult situation to be in. On average they have just over 2k per player. Looks like they're going all in. Scream doesn't even hesitate, he buys Deagle head armor, not messing around whatsoever. They could have bought up next round. They have just under 3k per player. Like, they would have had $900 next round. I think that was the play, if I'm honest. Like, let's get guns out. Like, this is going to be a very difficult round. I think it was fast pushing towards middle once again, Renegades that is. Same smokes are down, and not really much you can do with just pistols. As you can see, the Molotov towards sandbags, smoke and connector, flashbang towards highway momentarily, you still will face it, and then he has information here. He's looking for frags, he's hungry for them. Doesn't want to overcommit, and his teammates have mid-control now, so nice procedure at the very start there. I really don't think EnVyUs should have bought into this round. I feel like M4s into the next is a much better approach. Now if they lose this, it's another eco next round. They only get $1,900.
NAF goes back from the vents, having gotten pressured to try and spot towards Z connector. And in fact, they'll slow down just temporarily as well as he backs off because they're getting the players in position toward B main, and rightly so. He's still going to take down XMS. Happy, good shot.
Yeah, very good shot.
That was manages, to take him back. The same result to Sixer as Scream from Heaven has been desperate many times in that position, I'm afraid.
Oh, that was a little bit clumsy from Renegades there, but they are lucky not to be punished for it. RPK takes some JKS. They are overfacing a little bit, but 3 players survive, and as I said, EnVyUs is going to be eco next round regardless, so...
And it's going to be round 13.
Yeah.
So lots of money, well... Potentially lots of money for...
Do you see what I mean? They eco this one. Happy has 4,600 cash right now. He'd have had $1,900 on top of that. Of
op potential.
Yeah, they could have had so much more, and it's a bit of a shame they went all in on that play.
It's a common problem for French teams, specifically I think Happy's teams.
Like 3K.
More in the history for Happy than the other French rosters.
They had like between 2,800 and 3K on 5 players. They would have got $900 this round and had pretty much full buy. They went for Deagle armor instead. Sure, it's getting a little bit desperate at this point, but that felt like it was actually more disastrous than beneficial to the team, if I'm honest. Here we go, flashing towards Wikidor, trying to play here, but Naf looks like he's on point to take both of these kills. Lovely work and great spray control. And opening a bomb site. Just screams and finds, and he'll be dealt with momentarily.
Yeah, no way he was getting out of that one alive.
Yeah.
He's still in front, as behind, as he gets the kill. XMS and Sixer.
Really impressive Renegades so far, I have to say. They're actually looking like a really...
Well, this is what I expected yesterday.
Yeah.
Because not quite to the extent of Mouse Sports, let's be honest. Winning Mykonos, finals at ACS, not to the same extent of sort of the rise that they had at the end of the year, but Renegades definitely improved from their mid to early summer performances. So I thought coming into this event, yeah, against especially Vega, the perfect way to start for them.
XMS, 5 versus 1, just looking for any sort of exit frag he can find here. The bomb will be going off the bomb site, as you can see. Rough game for EnVyUs here. Remember, they won the pistol as well, man. They've only got 4 rounds on the board. It's not like they got anti-eco. They won the second round as well. It was a 1 versus 1 where RPK survived. That was actually the beginning of this disastrous half for them, because RPK only wins a 1 versus 1 with the bomb going down, and then they have to fend off a full buy of Renegades. At that point, constant force buys and the money management not fantastic, and questionable decisions towards the end of this half. We're going to round number 14 here. They'll take a tactical pause, and yes, I agree with that one. They can buy into this. Got about 5k per player, but it's working out what procedure they're going to take into round number 14 here. Desperately in these last 2 rounds. Renegades look like they have full control of cash so far. Remember, this is a 0-1 game. EnVyUs looking down the barrel, or 0-2.
Yeah, that's shocking. We did see them struggle massively for the Krakow minor.
Oh, yes.
They didn't even qualify to be at this portion, which is now stage 1. Previously, the qualifier for the major. Now we are part of the major. But it was really bad Counter-Strike we saw played in Bucharest at that event. And
that was the worst I've ever seen them.
It has gotten better, but it's not gotten to the point where we would expect it.
Well, it's a shame. We consider the analysts touched on it earlier, Rich and Yanko and co, and they're talking about the fact that this team has got such prestigious players within RPK, Scream, Happy, double major champion, and XMS, upcoming player, like getting better and better, it seems, getting himself to a position where he is considered one of the top French talents, and it's just not coming together for this team. The fact that they didn't even make it to the major last time, and now the way they're playing at this tournament, I'm not excited for the work they've put in. It doesn't seem like it's coming together at all for them. Renegades, as I talked about yesterday on the analyst desk, this upward trajectory they're on right now, winning tournaments towards the end of the year, getting better and better, and actually a really difficult squad to play against. The firepower and the clutch ability, the entry potential is all off the scale for them, and it seems that this could be a real contender for, I'm not sure, like some more championships in 2018. Like, it seems like this is actually a really promising package from the Australians and North Americans.
So the crossfire established. You can see both portions of it. RPK and Scream inside the middle. Nifty wants the peek. And the play with the op. He's not going to get it. Sixer finds it instead. Very, very tight portion of body showing through the quad and main position. Well, it's off to clear out Z. One as well for Sandbags. And Ustillo takes confidence in going up to not only knock out the vents, but clear inside the middle, and that's the crossfire. He's going to find both of them as well. Good play, Ustillo. Great recovery from losing the first pick, and Nafly takes down Happy, desperate to recover.
What can he do against that brutal aim coming in from Renegades there? Sixer has that shot, have a chance. He does get the second and the third. Well played. He's doing a great job on this A bomb site. This could be one of the best aims so far. 4 in total. XMS will steal the final kill away, but well recovered, absolutely, by Sixer. Back and forth round there. Good lord.
Sixer has definitely been under criticism for his op potential, or lack thereof, perhaps, in this team. I thought there could have been more in it for him, and based on sort of his play in Millennium before he was picked up, I thought he might be a good fit on this team. That round shows why. They certainly thought so. What a performance to pull that back. Not only the first shot, that was, I'm talking pixels that he could see.
Yeah, very flat.
But to recover that from inside of the site was impressive as well.
That's exactly where the EnVyUs need it now. Sends out a message, they're not done with this half just yet. Looking for 9-6, 10-5. It's all Renegades waiting for it. But look, it's the opening pick from Nifty once again. RPK goes down with absolutely nothing achieved there. MP9 on XMS. Double orb set up, and Happy, he's going to be dropped here. That's one of the orbs down. 5 versus 3. Don't have to panic here. Don't have to commit straight away. Cash is all about reactions. And working out what the teams are doing, how you can get some ground back on the map, getting some control back in your favor. As you can see, nothing towards B whatsoever. This is looking a little bit rough here. XMS spots one, will have to commit to this kill. MP9 though is not the weapon to have in this particular situation. That's a little bit better though. AWP retrieved, and they will go towards the B bomb site. Renegades that is, and they'll find no one there whatsoever. This is just EnVyUs just hoping they don't get to be just maybe they'll make a massive blunder and not make their way in whatsoever. Scream will rotate, but he gets taken down to 4 HP. That's his round over.
Nav, good shot. Takes him down immediately. Good read, by the way, in mid. When you go back to you, still pre-firing the box to bait out the op shot from Happy. XMS does manage to pick up and recover. Takes down Nav. Bomb's already planted, and just he and 6 are double op to retake remaining.
Good luck, lads.
Yeah. One kit between the two.
Yeah, I think see the desperate wall bangs coming in here, but the Molotov usage just so brutal. Coming in the flanks as well. XMS will hit some nice shots this round. Ooh. That's very good, don't get me wrong, but he's not going to win. And Nifty will get the killing blow there, 10-5. EnVyUs. All things considered, that's actually well recovered. Remember, they won the pistol, but every round they won 3 rounds after that. Each one was reset every single time. One of the roughest CT halves I've watched in a while. The fact they get 5, I'm actually kind of impressed. They got that much in total. The economy situation for them was so horrible. And it was just 6er that got them that 5th round out of nowhere. There was a round they didn't deserve to win, really. It was like a 4-on-2 at that stage. And he just went absolutely bananas on the A site.
Well, with that said, swap it over. Envy need to get rolling early. I saw both coaches with playbooks out. Not a lot of timeout calls so far, considering we're under the Valve rules here, obviously. 4 timeouts. Coaches can only interject in the timeout and halftime portions of the game. Not technical timeouts. Those don't count for strategics.
Yeah, so it was EnVyUs that requested a bit of extra time here. You're allowed up to 2 minutes at halftime still. I guess you...
I don't think that charges you either.
No, it doesn't.